Hello, friends, brothers and sisters. My name is Denmark, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. Happy fourth week of Easter. Our gospel today continues on the theme of the Good Shepherd Sunday yesterday. And I pick up from the Gospel of John, chapter 10, verses 3 to 4. And it says, "The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought all out on his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice." Did you know that in the early days, mainly in the East, there were times where various shepherds would gather their sheep in one group as they rest for the night? Well, one is to protect their sheep from predators, and two is to deter those who would want to steal them. And after they rest, just in the early hours of the morning, just before dusk, each shepherd calls their sheep and goes on to find somewhere they can graze. Just imagine the chaos. There are plenty of sheep in the area, and voices suddenly ring out, calling them out. It could be very confusing, but amazingly, still the sheep identify their master's voice and follow him. In the advent of social media, the internet, and in the advancement of our smart devices, it would be really difficult to listen to Jesus' still small voice calling us out. There would be a lot of distractions that drown out Jesus' voice in our lives, and what's more difficult is that we tend to run towards those that are the loudest. And far from not recognizing the Lord's voice, we tend to listen to those voices that in the end rob us of our joy, our peace, and our faith. So how do we recognize Jesus' voice? How do we know if this is the voice of the Good Shepherd? I want to share to you these suggestions to help you as you reflect on the gospel for today. First is with intentional listening to Jesus. Do we intentionally stop and listen to God? In a world filled with noise and distractions, it's essential to purposefully listen to God's voice. This requires dedicating time for prayer, meditation, and reflection, where we can quiet our hearts and minds to hear His whispers amidst the chaos. Second, discernment amidst distractions. The distractions of this world often mimic the voice of God, and it could be very confusing, leading us astray with false promises and empty pursuits. Discerning God's voice amidst these distractions requires us to deeply familiarize ourselves with His character and His Word. So how do we do this? By being faithful to attending Eucharistic celebrations, regularly availing ourselves of the sacraments if we are Catholics, by anchoring ourselves in Scriptures and seeking the guidance of the Holy Spirit, we can distinguish His voice from the counterfeit voices vying for our attention. Third, by trusting in the Good Shepherd's guidance. In a world filled with uncertainty and confusion, God's voice serves as a steady anchor amidst the storm. By trusting in the guidance of the Good Shepherd, we can navigate the complexities of life with confidence and assurance. This requires surrendering our own desires and agendas and allowing God's voice to direct our paths and lead us towards abundant life. And lastly, finding peace amidst chaos. Ultimately, recognizing God's voice in the distractions of the world brings us a sense of peace and clarity. When we tune our hearts to His voice, we are reminded of His sovereignty and faithfulness, allowing us to overcome the fleeting pleasures and anxieties of this world. This encourages us to actively seek God's voice amidst the noises of life, knowing that in Him alone can we find true peace and fulfillment. I hope you have been blessed by today's reflection, and if you have, please like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. Again, my name is Denmark Gilisanya. Thank you and have a blessed day.